Hi, I am Renmark, and welcome to our video tutorial about Java programming. In this video, we will talk about Lesson 4, which is the Java Essentials. Probably, this lesson will be the longest among other lessons because in this tutorial, we will going to talk about all the fundamental topics that are prerequisite before we start to formally dive into proper coding. Some of the topics that are present here are already in their simplest form, so I will no longer elaborate some of them. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first section is all about the Java basic syntax. About Java programs, it is very important to keep in mind the following points. The first one is Java is case sensitive, which means identifier hello with a capital H and hello with small letter h would have different meaning in Java. So, hindi daw parehas yung word na yan, hello and hello, dahil nagkaroon lang ng isang difference doon sa kanilang capitalization. So, kahit isang letter lang ang nagbago, automatically, hindi na sila ituturing na same. Next, class names. For all class names, the first letter should be in uppercase. If several words are used to form a name of the class, each inner word's first letter should be in uppercase. For example, my first Java class, where the first character M is in uppercase and the subsequent words, yung first, yung Java, and yung class has been written in uppercase. Take note, you cannot put space to separate class names with multiple words. It is recommended to write it in this form. Yung dire-diretso lang, kagaya lang nito. My first Java class, and then again, lahat ng mga words, sisimulan natin ng capital, yung starting letter nila. Next is method names. All method names should start with a lower case. If several words are used to form the name of the method, then each inner word's first letter should be in uppercase. For example, we have public void, my method name. So, the rules are the same with how the class name, except that only the first character is written in lowercase. So, as you can see in here, same rules with class. Ang pinagkaiba lang, sa method, yung unang-unang letter or character should be written in lowercase. So, as you can see, it's written in small letter M. And this type of case is usually called the camel case. So, ang tawag natin sa ganitong klase ng standard convention or writing convention is camel case. Another thing to remember is that Java program will still run even you don't follow these rules. But since we want to adhere with the standards, we should follow these standard conventions. Sa mga students ko, very strict ako sa ganito. Kapag hindi sila sumusunod, hindi ko chine-check yung mga activities nila para mapera silang sumunod doon sa mga coding standards. So, next, we have the program file name. The name of the program file should exactly match the class name. When saving a file, you should save it using the class name and append .java to the end of the name. So, a good example is if demo1 is the class name, for example, demo1 is the class name, then the file when saved must be named demo1.java. Well, the good thing about having an IDE like Eclipse is that Eclipse automatically do this upon creation of class. So, hindi na natin ito ganong poproblemahin pa unless we will do it manually just like what we did in lesson 2 wherein nag-code tayo gamit yung notepad. Kung naalala nyo yung ginawa natin ng lesson 2, gumawa tayo ng my first Java class and then ginawa kong file name ng my first Java class is exactly the same with the class name at nag-append lang ako ng .java doon sa file extension. Ito, strictly na kailangan ma-follow to pagdating doon sa Java programming. Next. Lastly, The public static void main and then string args, or the main method, where Java program processing starts from the main method, which is mandatory part of every Java program. Kapag gagawa tayo ng isang Java program at gusto natin siyang makitang mag-run, we should have a mandatory main method, which is yung public static void main string args. If absent to sa isang Java source code, hindi natin makikita yung magiging execution ng Java program. Since ang main method, yung nag-iisang method na unang-unang hahanapin ng compiler para ma-run niya yung ating program. Again, since naka-Eclipse naman tayo, pwede itong i-include automatically upon class creations. Although, sa case natin, paulit-ulit ko siyang itatype from scratch until such time na ma-embed na siya sa ating muscle memory. Para kahit hindi pa tayo naka-Eclipse or ibang IDE, makabisado nyo pa din yung paggawa ng structure ng main method natin. So, moving on. The second section is about comments in Java. Java supports single-line and multi-line comments very similar to C and C++. All characters available inside any comment are ignored by Java compiler. Madalas, may dalawang gamit ang mga comments sa isang programming language. The first reason is para makapaglagay tayo ng mga notes sa ating code para i-describe kung para saan at kung ano ang gamit ng mga inilalagay nating codes sa ating program. Siguro iniisip ninyo na hindi naman ganun kalaking o kahalaga na maglagay ng mga notes. Pero in reality, katagalan kapag napakalaki na ng program na ginagawa ninyo at yung code ninyo ay maabot na ng mga more than 1,000 lines, dun yung makikita kung gaano kahalaga ang paglalagay ng notes or comments sa inyong source code. Maliban sa magagamit mo to upang maalala kung para saan yung mga codes na ginawa mo, ay makakatulong din ang mga comments para alalayan yung ibang programmers na babasa do sa code mo. Di bale, eventually makikita nyo din naman ang importance ng pagko-comment sa mga codes. Secondly, ang isa pang purpose ng comment is para sa tinatawag nating trial and error. Since ang gamit ng comment is to make the compiler ignore any codes that are put inside it, pwede mong gamitin ang comment as a temporary solution para subukan mo ang isang code and isolating other parts para hindi sila maisama sa execution. Yung iba kasi, temporarily dinidelete nila yung code or kinakat nila palabas yung code, then dun sila magta-trial and error. That's not ideal kasi baka madisgrasya mo pa yung code mo. Yung iba kasi, temporarily dinidelete nila yung code or kinakat nila palabas yung code, then dun sila magta-trial and error. That's not ideal, baka kasi madisgrasya mo pa yung code mo. Later, ipapakita ko kung paano yung sinasabi ko. There are two ways to do comments in Java. The first one is yung tinatawag nating single-line comment and the second one is yung tinatawag nating multi-line comment. Ang single-line comment ay gumagamit ang dalawang magkasunod na slash, while ang multi-line comment ay gumagamit ng isang slash and then asterisk, and then we have here asterisk and then slash. Para makita nyo yung comments in action, i-demo natin siya ngayon para makita ninyo kung paano siya gumagana. So, sige, subukan natin. In here, bubuksan natin ng Eclipse. Okay. And then we'll just going to launch the Eclipse. Okay. Once loaded, ito yung workbench natin ng Eclipse, kagaya lang nung kanina. So, pero currently, hindi na ako gumagamit ng sandbox. So, ito na yung actual device na gamit ko. So, first, we'll go to workbench. And then, gagawa ulit tayo ng panibagong project para lang sa purpose na to. So, we will go to File, and then New, and then Java Project. At bibigyan natin ng pangalan yung project natin ng Make or Learn IT Easy. So, yung pangalan na lang ng channel natin. Learn IT Easy Java. Yan. So, we'll hit finish. Then, the project is being created. So, kapag lumabas itong create module info in Java, so you just have to press don't create, unlike do sa demo kanina, ginawa natin yon. So, it will going to give us confusion. So, inside the source, or kahit dito lang yan, but definitely ako ginagawa ko sa source, I take a right click and then click new, and then class to create a new class. So, papangalanan natin yung class natin ngayon ng Java Essentials. So, again, rules in naming class. Yung sinabi natin kanina, a class should start with capital and then the following word should also start with a capital letter. Next, you can check this, public static void, para i-create kagad ng Eclipse yung main method natin. But in my case, again, hindi ko yun ginagawa. So, I just have to hit finish and then anantayin ko lang na mag-create yung aking class. So, we have here our class. So, gagawin ko na yung aking main method by doing public static void main, and then we have our string and then args. So, if nag-iisip siguro kayo kung para saan yung mga tinatype natin ngayon, yung public, yung static, yung void, they will be explained later on sa mga susunod nating topic. Pero for the meantime, this is the basic structure of a Java program. We have a class, this one, then we have a method. Next is, gagawa lang ako ng print out na system.out.print, and then I will going to, small letters, I will going to print the days of the week, such as, for example, I have here Sunday. So, I'm just going to keep on doing this. For example, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, we have Friday and Saturday. So, I created a Java program that will print the days of the week. So, if I want to run this, just have to press this button, and then, as you can see, we can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By the way, if gusto natin siyang ma-print pababa, nakalimutan ko, we should use the print line method instead. So, papalitan ko lang to ng print line. Explain natin yung pagdating natin sa output statements at iraran ko siya ulit. And then I have my days of the week. Now, pag sinabi natin comment, as I've said kanina, ang comment, ang ginagawa niya is kapag nilagyan mo ng comment ang isang code, automatically they will be ignored. So, pag sinabi natin ignored, currently, kaya nakakakita tayo dito ng output na Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hanggang Saturday because we instructed the computer to print out this statement. So, pagbaba ng compiler dun sa line na to at nakita niya itong system.out.print line, ang gagawin niya is it will going to print out any text that is inside this parenthesis, and that is Sunday. Kaya may nakita tayo ditong Sunday. After niyang matapos doon sa execution, bababa siya sa susunod na line at ganun din ang gagawin niya, ipiprint niya ulit yung Monday at matatapos siya hanggang sa ipiprint niya ito ng isa-isa at makakarating siya sa pinakahuling statement which is printing out the day Saturday. Now, if by chance na gusto ko na itong line na to ay hindi kasamang basahin, ang gagawin natin, ang unang option is syempre, buburahin natin yung line na yon. If binura natin yung line na yon at niran natin siya, as you can see, ang Monday ay hindi na siya kasama. Pero again, tulad nga na sinabi ko sa part ng trial and error, if gusto mo lang iwasan ng compiler ang pagbasa ng line na yan, bakit hindi tayo maglagay ng comment? So, we will going to put a single line comment by doing double slash at the starting point of that line, and then mapapansin niyo sa color coding yan ay naging kulay green yung code. Once na kulay green yan, ang ibig sabihin yan, it is ignored by the compiler. Hindi siya kasamang babasahin. Ang mangyari dyan, pag nakarating dito ang compiler at na-print niya yung Sunday, pagbaba niya dito, nakita niya yung comment, automatically, it will going to skip that line at magpo-proceed na siya dun sa next line which is Tuesday. So, para ipakita natin yung output, eto siya, Sunday, Tuesday, so wala na rin yung Wednesday. So, sir, kapag ba yung Tuesday, naglagay din ako ng single line comment, mawawala din ba siya? Siyempre. So, lahat ng lines na lalagyan mo ng double slash o single line comment sa unahan will be ignored. Ngayon, kung maramihan naman yung gusto mong tanggalin, for example, you want to start ignoring from Wednesday up to Friday, this is 3 lines of code, you can actually, kung masipag ka, pwede mong isa-isahin yan, gaya nito. Okay? So, pag ginawa natin yan, that's possible. Or, since hindi naman tayo nagpapakabayani para gawin yan, isang option is by using a multi-line comment. Pag sinabi natin multi-line comment, gagamit naman tayo dito ng slash, asterisk, and then asterisk slash. So, anong ginagawa nito? Ang ginagawa ng multi-line comment is lahat ng code na nasa loob ng parameter na to, which is slash, asterisk, ito yung beginning block, and then lahat ng code mula sa loob na yon, hanggat hindi niya nakikita yung susunod na asterisk slash, ay hindi siya titigil. Lahat ng code na nasa loob nun will be ignored. Bilang patunay, if i-run ko ngayon to ulit, as you can see, nandun pa rin yung Sunday at Saturday pero wala pa rin yung ibang days. So, multi-line comment is very usable lalo na kung 100 lines of code yung gusto mong ipa-ignore dun sa compiler. So, paano naman sir ipaglalagay ng notes dun sa program? So, typically, para maglagay ka ng notes, you can put, for example, kahit single line comment lang, and then you can tell the other programmer na, for example, this section is used to print the days of the week. Simple as that. So, this simple comment will serve as a note para doon sa programmer na titingin ng program mo. So, para pag nakita niya yung code na to, para saan kaya itong code na to? At nabasa niya yung comment na yan, sasabihin niya, oh, so ang trabaho pala ng program na to is mag-print ng days of the week. So, at least magkakaroon ka ng idea kung para saan yung ginagawa mo. So, this is a note. Ito, wala tong kinalaman dun sa program execution. Again, yung code na to, yung statement na to ay walang kinalaman sa program execution, pero ginagamit natin to para makapaglagay ng notes dun sa program natin para mas madali siyang mabasa. So, again, this is how we do single line comments, and then this is how we do multi-line comments. Lahat ng code na nasa loob ng comment will be ignored. Okay? So, next. The third section is about code blocks. A code block in Java is a chunk of code that's surrounded by a matched pair of curly braces. Curly braces are used to mark the start and end piece of code that all works as a piece. If you like, you can think of the opening curly brace as standing for the word begin, to mark the beginning of a section code. The closing curly brace would then stand for the word end, to mark the end of a section of a code. Bale, it is necessary to use curly braces in a Java program to indicate yung tinatawag nating program scope. Yung scope, it tells the compiler kung saan siya magsisimulang bumasa at kung saan siya dapat matatapos. Kunwari, sa totoong buhay, meron kayong i-report na topic at merong multiple reporters dun sa isang topic. Usually, nagsiset tayo ng scope to indicate kung saan lang tayo magsisimulang mag-discuss at kung saan tayo dapat matatapos para hindi natin pakialaman yung hindi natin report. May iwasan nating magkaroon ng overlapping topic at mag-aagawan ng topic ng i-discuss. Same sa Java, naglalagay tayo ng code blocks to indicate kung sinong construct ba ang nagmamay-ari ng mga statements na nakasulat. I'll further explain and demonstrate this one kapag nagsimula tayong mag-code. Although, if mapapansin lang ninyo, dun sa ating Java program, gumamit na tayo ng curly braces dun sa loob ng class at saka dun sa main method. Simple lang naman ang ibig sabihin yan. So, kapag click natin itong ellipsis button, lahat ng code na nasa loob ng curly brace na to ay pag-aari ng class. So, kung balak ko pang gumawa ng bagong method, for example, gagawa ulit ako ng isang public method, sample lang to, hindi ganito ang pag-create ng method. Ang ibig sabihin, merong dalawang method sa loob ng isang class. Paano ko nasabi? Kasi nasa loob sila nung curly brace na to. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng code na nasa loob ng curly brace na yan ay pag-aari ng class Java Essentials. So, lahat ng code na isinulat ko dito ay pag-aari lamang ng main method. Dahil lahat ng code na to ay nakapasok dun sa loob ng curly brace na pagmamay-ari ng main method. So, ibig sabihin, kung magsusulat ako ng mga code dito, so for example, maglalagay lang ako dito ng code, code, lahat ng mga code na ilalagay ko dito ay pagmamay-ari ng method na to kasi nasa loob sila ng curly brace na to. Hindi pwedeng mapunta yung code na to dun sa kabilang method kasi hindi siya pasok doon sa scope nung method na yon. Okay? So, again, we will going to elaborate on this topic once na nagsimula na tayong mag-code. Okay? So, next. The fourth section is about Java identifiers. All Java components require names. Names used for classes, variables, and methods are called identifiers. Identifier ang tawag natin sa pangalan na binibigay natin sa isang class, methods, and variables. And in Java, there are several points to remember about identifiers, and they are as follows. Number 1, all identifiers should begin with a letter, starting from letter A to Z, either capital or small, a currency, symbol, or character, yung $sign, or an underscore. After the first character, identifiers can have any combinations of characters. Basta't ang unang-unang character dapat either letter, $sign, or underscore. Pagkatapos nun, pwede na siyang mahaluan ng kahit anong character. Combination ng characters. Pero, syempre, may mga illegal symbols pa rin na hindi pwedeng gamitin. Number 3, a keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Pag sinabi natin keyword, these are reserved words na meron ng ibig sabihin para sa program. Example, titignan natin yung ating Eclipse program. Yung class, hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin variable name yan. Yung public, yung system, yung out, yung print, because yung mga words na to ay reserved na. Meron ng nagmamay-ari at meron na silang purpose na sineserve. So, pwede lang tayong magbigay ng pangalan dun sa mga available words. So, tingin ko naman, sobrang dami naman ng mga words na available at hindi tayo mauubusan ng mga words na pwedeng gamitin as identifiers. Next is, most importantly, identifiers are case-sensitive. Sinabi ko yan kanina na ang Java ay case-sensitive. So, ang small x at ang capital X ay magkaibang variable, kung mga variable man sila. And lastly, and number 5, examples of legal identifiers are, for example, ang mga sumusunod daw ay mga legal identifiers. Yung age, valid yan. Bakit? Kasi nagsisimula sa letter A, either small or capital. Yung $sign salary, bakit? Kasi nagsisimula siya sa $sign. Underscore value, this is also valid because nagsisimula siya sa underscore, or kahit underscore 1 underscore value, still valid pa rin yan dahil nagsimula ka pa rin ng underscore. Examples naman ng mga illegal identifiers ay yung mga sumusunod. Yung 1, 2, 3, ABC, hindi pwede yan. Bakit? Kasi nagsimula ka sa number. Pwede pa yung ABC 1, 2, 3. Pero ang 1, 2, 3, ABC ay hindi pwede. At hindi mo din pwedeng gamitin, for example, ang hyphen salary dahil nagsimula ka sa hyphen at hindi kasama ang hyphen doon sa sinabi nating valid characters. So, these are the rules you have to remember when we name either a variable, a class, or a method. Okay? We call them identifiers. Next, we have the fifth section, and this section is all about variables and data types. So let's start. Variables are nothing but reserved memory locations to store values. This means that when you create a variable, you reserve some space in the memory. So, as you know, meron tayong tinatawag na mga memory or RAM sa mga computer natin. And this RAM are used to store temporary data. O, kaya tinatawag natin siyang primary memory. So, variables in programming are very important kasi they are containers na pwede nating lagyan ng iba't ibang klase ng values. In this example, we have a variable named A. So, meron daw tayong variable na ang pangalan ay A at meron siyang initial value na 5. Yung variable A na to will occupy a certain space dun sa ating RAM. Okay? Yung variable A na to, it will going to occupy a space doon sa ating RAM. Specifically, ang tawag natin doon ay memory cell or memory location. Yung value na ilalagay natin sa variable will be temporarily stored sa RAM until we destroy the variable or nag-terminate tayo ng program or kung nawalan ng power source ang computer. Since ang RAM is a volatile type of memory, mabubura lahat ng laman niya once na nawalan ito ng power source. So again, as a summary, whenever we create variables, gumagawa lang tayo ng reservation space dun sa ating RAM para may magamit na storage location yung ating mga programs. Ganun lang kasimple. Next, data types. Based on the data type of a variable, the operating system allocates memory and decides what can be stored in the reserved memory. Therefore, by assigning different data types to variables, you can store integers, decimals, or characters in these variables. As discussed a while ago, a variable is capable of holding different types of values. Dito pumapasok ang data type. Ang data type in plain translation is uri ng data or klase ng data. In programming kasi, hindi lang numbers ang pwedeng maging laman ng isang variable. Iba-iba. Pwedeng mga letters and special symbols at pwede ring true or false. Importante na upon declaration ng isang variable sa Java, naka-indicate na kung anong klase ba ng data ang hahawakan niya. Kasi, depende sa klase ng data or data type ang magiging allocation nito sa space sa memory. There are two data types available in Java, yung tinatawag nating primitive data types and yung reference or object data types. Primitive data types. There are 8 primitive data types supported by Java. Primitive data types are predefined by the language and named by a keyword. Let us now look into detail about the 8 primitive data types. So we have byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and char. So let's talk about byte. Byte data type is an 8-bit signed 2's complement integer. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. So a byte data type will occupy 1 byte on the memory. So, let's assume that this is a memory cell in the RAM with 8 bytes available space. So, for example, isipin nyo na lang, kunwari lang na memory cell to sa ating RAM at bawat blocks ay mag-occupy ng 1 byte. Kapag nag-declare tayo ng isang byte data type, it will going to occupy isang cell. Okay? Magre-reserve siya ng isang memory cell slot. Kasi ang isang byte ay equivalent sa 8 bits. So, upon declaration ng isang byte variable, the computer will allocate 1 byte or 1 memory cell para makapag-store ka ng data. So, yun yung kailangan nyo tandaan. Next, the minimum value na pwede mong i-store is negative 128 and the maximum is positive 127. The default value is 0 and byte data type is used to save space in large arrays, mainly in place of integers since a byte is 4 times smaller than an int. So, example, declaration niya ay byte A. For example, byte is the data type, A is the name of the variable or the identifier, and we are actually assigning it the value of 100. Valid ba yung value na 100? Yes, kasi hindi naman siya lagpas ng 127. Magdi-declare pa tayo na sa example. Kunwari, byte B equals to negative 50. Is negative 50 still valid? Yes, because hindi pa siya lumalagpas ng negative 128. So, kung sa tingin nyo yung number hindi naman lalagpas ng ganitong range, you can declare the variable as byte because it saves space. Kakain lang siya ng isang memory cell. So, next, we have yung tinatawag nating short. The short data type is a 16-bit signed 2's complement integer. And 16 bits is equal to 2 bytes. So, a short data type will occupy 2 bytes on the memory. So, as you can see, for example, again, this is our memory cell. When you declare a variable as short, it will going to occupy 2 space dun sa ating RAM. Short is classified as an integral data type, meaning hindi siya allowed na mag-store ng numbers na may decimal places. Whole numbers lang ang pwede niyang hawakan. Minimum value na pwede mong i-store is negative 32,768 to positive 32,767. Short data type can also be used to save memory as byte data type. A short is 2 times smaller than an int. The default value is 0. Example, declaration is short space S. S will be the identifier and a short is the data type. S is equals to 10,000. Valid ba yan? Yes, kasi hanggang 32,000 ang limit. Short R is equals to negative 20,000. Is that valid? Again, yes, because hindi pa rin naman siya lumalagpas doon sa kanyang range. Next, we have the ever-famous int. Int data type is a 32-bit signed 2's complement integer. 32 bits is equal to 4 bytes. So, an int data type will occupy 4 bytes on the memory. So, for example, again, we have the memory cell analogy. At pag nag-declare ka ng int, automatically, it will occupy 4 spaces doon sa ating memory cell. You have to remember that int data types are the same with short data type. They can only accept whole numbers. Hindi sila pwedeng humawak ng number na may decimal places. Ang minimum value na pwede mong store is around negative 2 billion at ang maximum is around 2 billion, positive 2 billion. Int is generally used as the default data type for integral values unless there is a concern about memory. Ang default value niya is still 0. An example of declaration would be like this: int A is equals to 100,000 or int B is equals to negative 200,000. Sobra-sobra pa dun sa allocated space range ng ating data type. Next, we have yung tinatawag nating long. Long data type is a 64-bit signed 2's complement integer. 64 bits is equal to 8 bytes. So, a long data type will occupy 8 bytes on the memory. So, if isipin natin na ito yung ating memory cell, automatically kapag nag-declare ka ng long, yung buong 8 span ng slot ay kukunin niya. Kasi 64 bits ang equivalent ng isang long. Long is the last variant ng integral data type, kaya whole number lang din ang pwede mong ipa-store na value sa kanya. Minimum value is shown. Ayoko nang basahin, sobrang haba, including the maximum values. This type is used when a wider range is needed than kung ano yung kayang i-provide sa inyo ng integer. The default value will be equal to 0L. Kaya, merong letter L yan na character do sa dulo is to tell the compiler na yung data type ng variable na to should be in long. Since wala naman tayong special na data type para sa long, let's see the example below. So, do sa declaration, makikita ninyo na int pa rin yung ginagamit niya. So, int A, and then naglagay siya ng value, for example, na 100,000 at maglalagay lang siya ng L dun sa dulo. Yung format lang na L ang magsasabi o magiging basis natin at ng compiler para masabing long yung magiging data type ng variable na to. Pero ang magiging data type niya upon declaration will be still int. Doon tayo sa value magkakatalo base doon sa format na ilalagay mo doon sa dulo niya. Okay? So, next, we have float. Float data type is a single precision 32-bit IEEE 754 floating point. 32 bits is equal to 4 bytes. So, a float data type will occupy 4 bytes on the memory. So, again, the memory cell analogy natin, kung 8 yung slots na yan, pag declare ka ng float, automatically it will take 4. Kamukha lang ng integer. Float data type can accept numbers with decimal places. So, ang float naman, unlike an integer, kaya niya mag-hold ng number na may decimal places. Float is mainly used to save memory in large arrays of floating point numbers. Ang default value niya is 0.0f. Float data type is never used for precise values such as currency. Ang example declaration niya is float, that's the data type, space, the identifier, which is the variable name f1, is equals to 234.5f. Do not forget yung f do sa dulo. As you can see, kagaya ng long, kailangan mo ding mag-indicate ng format which is yung f dun sa dulo ng floating point number para hindi siya mag-error. Kasi kapag nakalimutan mo yung f, mag-error yan eh. Ito yung dahilan kung bakit yung ibang programmers mas prefer nilang gumamit ng double instead ng float. Pero personally, I suggest na gumamit na lang tayo ng float kesa sa double. Kasi mas maliit yung ino-occupy na space ng float compared doon sa double. Gagamit lang tayo ng double kung sa tingin natin is magkukulang yung range ng number na kailangan natin to store a floating point number. Next is we have double. Double data type is a double precision 64-bit IEEE 754 floating point. 64 bits is equal to 8 bytes. So, a double data type will occupy 8 bytes on the memory. It's like this. So, imagine, upon declaration ng isang double variable, mag-occupy kaagad to ng 8 bytes sa memory. Yung long data type at itong double data type ang pinakamalakas mag-consume ng space sa memory. Although, syempre, kung kailangan mo ng mas mataas na storage range capacity, kailangan mo talagang gumamit ng double. This data type is generally used as the default data type for decimal values. Generally, the default choice. Double data type should never be used for precise values such as currency. Ang default value niya is 0.0d. Although, hindi required na ilagay yung format na d do sa dulo kagaya ng float. So, dito hindi siya required. For example, double and then space, the variable name d1 is equals to 123.4 at hindi required na ilagay yung d dun sa dulo. So, that is the data type double. Next, we have yung data type na tinatawag nating Boolean. Boolean is a data type that represents 1 bit of information. 1 bit is the smallest unit of measurement in a memory. And as you can see, kunwari, yung mga memory cell natin sa RAM ay tag 1 byte. Itong mga space na to, tag 1 byte. Since ang Boolean is equivalent lang sa 1 bit, hindi niya man i-occupy lahat ng space na nandyan. Only 1 bit of information which is either 1 for true and 0 for false. So, again, imagine natin yung space ng ating memory cell. 1 byte to, kunwari, i-divide mo pa into 8 yung partition nito. And sa 1/8 na yon, isa lang yung kakainin niya. 1 yung magiging value ng bit natin kapag true at 0 naman kapag yung value ay false. There are only 2 possible values. Again, yun ngang true or false. This data type is used for simple flags that track true or false condition. Default value is false, and a good example of how we declare them is Boolean, space, the variable name, for example, 1, and then we're going to equate it with the value of true. By the way, kapag maglalagay tayo ng value kagaya ng true or false, hindi tayo naglalagay ng double quotes or single quotes. Basta you just have to write true or false. That's it. Okay? Kasi mag-error yan. Hindi yun yung data type para sa kanya. Next, the last among the primitive is yung tinatawag nating char data type. The char data type is a single 16-bit Unicode character. 16 bits is equal to 2 bytes, so a char data type will occupy 2 bytes on the memory. It's like this one. Minimum value is Unicode 0 or null, and the maximum value is Unicode FFFF, which is 65,535 equivalent. Char data type is used to store any character. A good example is char space, the variable name is letter A, is equal to letter A. And take note, in Java, we use to enclose a character with a pair of single quotes. May mapapansin ka ditong nakalagay na single quotes. So kapag nakalagay yan ng single quotes, automatically alam ng Java na character yan. Pero ang disclaimer, kailangan isang letter o isang character lang ang pwede mong ilagay. Kasi isang character lang ang kayang may store ng char. So, we're done with the primitives. Next is, pag-usapan naman natin ang reference data types. Reference variables are created using defined constructors of classes. They are used to access objects. These variables are declared to be of a specific type that cannot be changed. For example, employee, puppy, and etc. Class objects and various types of array variables come under reference data types. So, ang mga objects daw and various types of arrays or array variables are under reference data type. So, default value for any reference type variable is null. A reference variable can be used to refer to any object of declared type or any compatible type. For example, so, kung gumawa tayo ng isang animal class, for example, ito yun, animal class, and then gagawa tayo ng instance ng class na yun in a form of object like animal is equals to new animal, and then papasahan natin siya ng value na giraffe. So, nag-create tayo ng isang object na animal na may value na giraffe. So, this is how we create objects in Java. To make the long story short, kapag sinabi nating reference data type, we pertain to objects we create from classes and yung mga various types of array variables na available sa Java. In our later lessons, makikita din naman ninyo kung paano gagamitin ang mga reference data types in action. Pero pag sinabi nating reference data type, to simplify, either these are objects or array variables. Okay, so next. How to declare a variable? We have to declare all variables before we can use them in our program. When we declare a variable, we specify its data type followed by its name or identifier. So, again, the data type and then space followed by the identifier. That's the format. Okay, so first example, single variable declaration. So, int sum, data type, identifier, float, array, we have the data type, the identifier, and then char, letter, we have the data type, and then the identifier. Do not forget the semicolon. The semicolon is very important. It is used to terminate every line of code in Java. Kapag nakalimutan mo yung semicolon, ang iisipin ng Java is magkadugtong ang float area dun sa taas ng insum. So, pag naglagay tayo ng terminator, ang ibig sabihin nito, isang buong piraso ito ng code at ito isang buong piraso rin ng code. So, next. Paano naman gusto mo mag-declare ng multiple variables sa isang line? Pwede mong gamitin itong format na to. So, int n1, space n2, space sum, and then diff, semicolon. Ngayon, kung bayani ka naman, pwede naman yung int n1, semicolon, int n2, semicolon, int sum, semicolon, int diff, semicolon. So, pwede mong isa-isahin yan. Pero, syempre, walang loko-lokong gagawa nun. Ang gagawin natin, i-group lang natin sila sa isang lugar and we will just going to separate them with comma. Another example is float area, comma, and then we have Celsius, and then we have car, for example, we have letter, comma, symbol, comma, and then initial. So, paano naman kung gusto nating pagsabayin yung variable declaration at initialization ng values, ano yung magiging itsura niya? Ganito. For example, int n1, kanina nag-declare lang tayo ng empty na n1. But this time, upon declaration ng n1, maglalagay na tayo ng initial value, for example, 0. Paano naman yung float? So, dito naman, float pi is equals to 3.1416f. Bakit may f? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, kailangan yan, ito yung format to indicate na yung number na to ay isang float. At i-store natin dun sa variable na pi. Next is, magde-declare naman tayo ng car na ang pangalan ng variable ay response and equal yan dun sa character n enclosed with single quotes. So, next, the sixth and the last section is about operators. So, last na to. Operators in Java. In all programming languages, operators are used to perform or manipulate operations on variables and values. There are many operators used in Java, so we have separated them into the following categories. We have arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, and assignment operators. So, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used in mathematical expressions in the same way that they are used in algebra. The following table lists the arithmetic operators. So, here are the list of the arithmetic operators that we can use in Java. If we want to add numbers, we will going to use the symbol plus. Bali ganito, no? Para hindi tayo mahirapan pag sinabi nating operator sa Java, ito yung mga symbol, yung mga special character. Diba? Meron tayong mga letters, meron tayong mga numbers, at meron tayong mga symbols or special characters. Now, these special characters ay may meaning pagdating sa Java. At kagaya nito, actually kahit naman sa math, pag nakita mo yung plus sign, ang ibig sabihin nito is addition. So, when we want to perform addition in Java, we will also use the symbol or the operator plus. If gusto naman nating mag-subtract, gagamit naman tayo ng hyphen or dash. Paano naman yung multiplication? Sa multiplication, ang ginagamit natin ay asterisk. So, minimize lang muna natin to. So, sa basic mathematics, kapag sinabi nating 10 times 5, we can therefore say this is 50. Ang ginagamit nating operator sa mathematics or symbol is an x. But in Java, x cannot be used. Bakit? Ang x kasi is a character. It's not a symbol. So, hindi siya pwedeng gamitin as a symbol for multiplication. Sa mathematics din dati, pwedeng gamitin yung ganito, yung period. So, ginagamit ng mga teachers natin yung dati to indicate multiplication. Now, period is also a symbol, okay? Pero ang ibig sabihin kasi ng period is it indicates a decimal point. So, kapag nakita ng Java to, actually mag-error yan unless magkadikit yan. Kung magkadikit yan, ang basa sa kanya is 10.5. Pagka magkahiwalay yan, mag-error yan kasi period indicates a decimal point. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung dot when we want to multiply. Also, hindi rin pwedeng gamitin yung ganito. Dati, during our algebra, kapag ang isang value or integer or number ay nakalagay sa parenthesis, we typically multiply this value papunta doon sa value na nandun. This will going to cause you syntax error sa Java kasi maghahanap siya ng operator sa gitna. Ang parenthesis ay gagamitin lang natin to group operators para malaman lang natin kung ano-ano yung mga magiging part ng grouping natin. So, pang-group lang natin ang parenthesis. So, in short, pinahaba ko lang para lang mas maintindihan ninyo na ang gagamitin natin for multiplication is the asterisk symbol. Okay? So, paano naman yung division? Sa division, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung hyphen na may period-period sa ilalim at taas. So, ang gagamitin natin para sa division is a slash. Okay? So, when performing division naman, this is how we do it in Java. So, for example, 10 divide by 5. Ang gagamitin natin is a slash. So, kung gusto mong ipilit yung paggamit ng all division symbol, hanapin mo yun sa keyboard mo. Pero kahit mahanap mo yung character na yan, hindi siya gagana kasi ang gagamitin na o ang standard operator para sa division is always a slash. Next, this is a very interesting operator. Although the persons na may background sa programming, siguro naman alam na nila kung para saan to. Ang tawag natin dito is modulus. Sa normal na tao, ang tawag niya dito is percentage. So, pag nakita mo yung percentage symbol na to sa programming, especially sa Java, ang ibig sabihin niyan is modulus. The modulus divides the left-hand operand by the right-hand operand and returns the remainder. Pag sinabi nating remainder, ganito yung kasimple. For example, nag-perform ako ng 15 modulus 4. Anong magiging sagot nito? Ang magiging sagot niyan ay, everyone, that would be 3. Bakit naging 3? Explain natin. Kapag nag-perform kasi tayo ng integer division or elementary division, kapag ang 15 ay dinivide mo by 4, ang mangyari dyan, makakakuha ka lang ng 3. So, ang ibig sabihin, 4 times 3, ang magiging sagot natin dyan ay 12. Now, saan mapupunta yung natitirang 3? Ang tawag natin doon ay remainder. Wait, gawa pa ako ng mas madaling example para mas ma-visualize natin. Yan. So, the effort ako dyan, ha. So, again, elementary division, we have 15 divide by 4. So, ilang 4 meron sa 15? Meron lang tayong 3. So, 3 times 4, we have 12. When we subtract this, we get 3. So, since 3 na lang yung meron dito, ang tawag natin dito sa naiwan na values na to, o value na to is the remainder. Yung remainder, ito yung sagot sa operator na modulus. So, when you perform the modulus, you will going to get the remainder of the number. Okay? Another example. Sige, gawa tayo ng example. Kunwari, 27 modulus by 10. So, for example, we have 27 modulus by 10. What's the answer? Okay? Okay, you're correct. That is 7. Ang hula lang ako eh. Hindi ko lang kung tumama kayo. So, we have 27 divide by 10. Ilang 10 meron sa 27? Dalawa. So, we have 20. Bring down 7. So, 7 is the remainder. And that would be the answer kapag nag-perform ka ng modulus. So, again, whenever you see this symbol, ang ibig sabihin niya is modulus. At ang ginagawa ng modulus is kinukuha niya yung remainder ng isang number or ng dalawang number. Depende kung paano yung setup no operation mo. Okay? So, next, we have yung tinatawag nating increment and decrement operators. So, the increment increases the value of the operand by 1 and the decrement decreases the value of the operand by 1. So, for example, again, example na naman tayo. Nag-declare tayo ng variable na int at naglagay tayo dito ng value na 10. Kapag nag-perform tayo ng x++, ang magiging laman ng ating x bale ay magiging 11. So, bakit naging 11 yan? Kasi yung variable natin na x, ang initial value niya is 10 at nung bumaba siya sa line na to, nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na increment. Ano man ang original value ng x ay dadagdagan ng isa. Again, whenever you see this operator, the increment operator, it will going to add 1 to sa pre-existing value ng number. So, if nakita natin to ng mga 3 beses, or gawin natin 4, medyo malas yung kanina, we have the original value na 10. So, x++ magiging 11, magiging 12, 13, and then magiging 14. So, kapag pinrate natin ng x, aasahan natin na makikita natin dyan ay 14. Ganun din naman ang gamit ng minus-minus. So, for example, nag-declare naman ako ng y at ang laman niya ay 10. So, kapag nag-perform tayo ng y minus minus, ang ginagawa naman nito ay nagsasubtract tayo ng 1. So, if I use 2 lines of y minus minus, aasahan natin na ang value ng y natin ngayon ay magiging 8. So, kada makikita nyo yung operator na to, ang ibig sabihin nito is magsasubtract ka ng 1 from the existing value. So, I believe yun yung gamit ng lahat ng ating mga operators. Hopefully, naintindihan nyo rin kung paano sila gumagana. So, we will now going to proceed with the next operator, and we have the relational operator. The relational operators are used to check the relationship between variables and or values. Relational operators are used inside conditional statements and evaluate to either true or false. Here are the most important relational operators of Java. They are the following relational operators supported by Java language. So, ito yung mga listahan ng mga relational operator natin sa Java. So, first we have equal equal. Ang ginagawa nito is chine-check niya kung yung left side at yung right side ay equal. Take note na ang equal equal ang ginagamit natin for equality. At ang single equal sign ay gagamitin natin for assignment operator. So, linawin natin to. Okay. Kapag sinabi kong x is equals to 10, ang ibig sabihin nito is ina-assign ko yung value na 10 papasok doon sa variable na x. Okay? Again, I am assigning the value 10 to the variable x. Yun ang basa, okay? Yun ang basa doon sa x is equals to 10. Kapag naman nakita natin ang x equal sa 10, dalawa yung operator, dalawa yung equal sign na ginamit, ang ibig sabihin is I am comparing whether the value of x is equal to 10. So, kung may pre-existing value si 10, tinitingnan lang natin kung yung value ng x ay equal ba sa 10. Ang single equal sign is tinatawag nating assignment operators, while double equal sign is tinatawag nating the equality operator. So, magkaiba sila ng gamit. Ito yung madalas na nagiging mali ng mga estudyante ko pag nagpo-program sila. Although wala pa tayo dito, madalas kapag gagawa sila ng if statement nila, nakakalimutan nilang maglagay, for example, ng isa pang equal sign, kagaya ng condition na to. If x is equals to 75. Pagkatapos, pag nirarun nila yung program nila, palagi na lang siyang nagtutrue dun sa line na to. Nagiging true yan palagi kasi ang ginagawa mo, instead of comparing the value of x dun sa 75, ina-assign mo yung 75 papasok dun sa x. Kaya forever yan na magtutrue dun sa part na yan. Okay? So, ang gusto mo ng forever, kailangan mo maglagay ng single equal sign. Okay? Yeah. Corny, alam ko. Next. Exclamation equal. So, exclamation equal checks if the value of two operands are not equal. If values are not equal, then the condition becomes true. So, ang not equal naman, madalas kapag sa mathematics, ginagawa nilang ganito. Okay? So, since hindi natin ito maisulat in this form, para makapag gamit tayo ng not equal, gagamitin natin yung operator na exclamation equal. So, for example, gawa tayo ng analogy dito. So, I have a variable x that has a value of 10 and I have a variable y which is 5. If I'll go into type x not equal to y, there are two possible answers dun sa statement natin to. It's either true or false. So, when we test, is 10, which is x, is not equal to y, which is 5. Yung bang 10 ay hindi equal sa 5, then the answer will be equal to true. That is how relational operator works. So, if I change this to equal, then mag-iiba yan. This will become false. Why? Because 10 is not equal to 5. They are not equal. So, pag gumamit tayo ng not equal, yung statement na to will produce an output na true. Okay? So, also, we have the following remaining relational operators: the greater than sign, the less than sign, the greater than equal, and the less than equal. So, greater than, chinecheck niya yung left operand kung mas malaki ba siya dun sa right side. Ang less than naman is kabaliktaran. Tinitignan niya yung right side kung mas malaki siya dun sa left side. Palatandaan, para hindi kayo malito dun sa kung ano ang less than at anong greater than, tandaan nyo, pag sinabi nating less than, kaya nga less than, yan, siya nasusulat, it's like a letter L, pero ang gagawin lang natin, i-slant lang natin yan ng konti. This is less than. So, ang kabaliktaran ng less than, syempre, this is greater than. Ngayon, sa mga students ko, madalas ang nagiging problema ko sa kanila, tinatanong ko na yung less than, greater than, hindi nila alam. Basta ang alam lang daw nila kung saan yung nakabuka. Okay? Hindi na applicable yan ngayon, no, sa programming. Kailangan alam nyo kung kailan nyo gagamitin yung less than at kailan nyo gagamitin yung greater than. Gagamitin yung less than kung gusto nyong malaman kung yung, again, ang laging comparison natin dito sa left side. Dito tayo lagi sa left side. Okay? Left side. If gumamit tayo ng less than, tinatanong natin kung yung value dito sa left side ay mas maliit dun sa right side. While kapag naman gumamit tayo ng greater than sign, tinatanong natin kung yung left side ay mas malaki ba dun sa value ng right side. Tingnan natin. So, for example, is x less than y? So, ang tanong dito, ganito lang kasimple. Yung left side, tulad ng sinabi ko, always stick with the left side. Left side is x. So, para natin sinabing, yung bang 10 ay less than. Ang Tagalog niya is mas maliit. Is 10 less than? Mas maliit ba ang 10 kaysa sa 5? Definitely hindi. Hindi mas maliit ang 10 sa 5. So, ibig sabihin, this expression will return false. On the other hand, if gumamit naman tayo ng greater than at naglagay tayo dito ng y, ang tanong naman natin dito ngayon ay ganito. Is x greater than y? Yung bang x ay mas malaki, greater than, sa value ng y. Yung bang 10 ay mas malaki sa 5, then definitely the answer would be true. Okay? That is how we read less than and greater than sign. Hindi yung kung saan yung nakabuka. Okay? Also, for example, I change this expression. X is less than or equal to y times 2. Okay? So, kino-complicate ko na yung mga examples natin. What will be the answer of this expression? Anyone? Okay, pwede kayo sumagot dyan sa screen ninyo. Hopefully, tama. The answer for this one would be true. Why? Very simple. Ang value ng ating y is 5. And bago natin siya i-compare, since naka-parenthesis tayo, tinatest natin kung yung y which is 5 multiply by 2, 5 times 2 is equals to 10. Is 10, okay, 10 ang output nito. So, ang value ng x ay 10. So, is 10 less than or equal sa 10? Ang final output kasi niyan, parang ganito eh. Yan. Is 10 less than or equal to 10? Ang 10 ay hindi less than. Totoo yun. But, pag babasahin mo kasi yung operator na yan, ang basa sa kanya is less than or. Okay? Oops. Or equal. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi siya less than, baka naman equal. So, ang operator na ginagamit natin is or. Ang 10 ay hindi less than 10 but it is still equal. So, that's why we will be having an answer of true. And on the other hand, ganun din naman kung susubukan natin gawin yan pagdating do sa greater than or equal. Kung greater than or equal naman to, again, the answer will also evaluates to true. Why? Because again, same answer, 10 to, 10 yan, at ang operator natin is greater than or equal. Hindi man siya greater, still equal pa rin siya. Ngayon, kung tatanggalin ko yung expression na to, still, ang sagot pa rin natin dyan is true. Simply because, ang x, which is 10, ay mas malaki naman kahit hindi siya equal doon sa value ng y, which is 5. So, that is how we use the relational operators. Okay? So, actually, kahit sa Excel, no, ganun ang magiging applications natin. So, kailangan alam lang natin kung paano gumagana yung bawat operators na nakikita natin. So hopefully wala tayong questions do sa mga relational operators. We will now going to proceed do sa next operator, which is yung tinatawag nating logical operators. Logical operators are used to link together related conditions in a simple and elegant manner. We have three logical operators available in Java. We have the AND operator, the OR operator, and the logical NOT operator. The logical AND operator is an operator wherein if both operands are non-zero or true, then the condition becomes true. An OR operator, if there is any of the two operands are non-zero or true, then the condition becomes true. While the NOT operators is what we call the inverter. It's just inverts or reverses whatever output yung makukuha niya. So, mas madali pag in-explain natin sila gamit ang truth table. So, we have this truth table. Again, bago ko pala explain yung truth table, ginagamit natin ang logical operators to link together related condition. Kapag marami tayong sineset na conditions para mapagsama-sama natin sila, gagamit tayo ng either and o kaya or. So, we have this truth table. So, the logical and, the logical or, and the logical not. For example, yung unang condition natin sa logical and ay false. At sa second condition natin, it is still false. The answer will be equal to false. Napakadaling intindihin ng logical and. Pag sinabi nating and, kahit Tagalogin natin, ang ibig sabihin niya is at. Ang ibig sabihin ng at or and, kailangan lahat ng mga condition ay true or ma-meant. Kasi kapag isa ang nag-false dito, automatically, mag-false na yung end. Parang ganito, gusto kong kumain ng spaghetti at carbonara. So, the condition is at, ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng mawala yung isa. So, dun sa truth table natin, since pares na false yung unang statement, false yung makukuha nating resulta. Kung yung unang statement natin is false at yung pangalawang statement natin is true, magiging false pa rin yan kasi nga, ang kailangan natin is both. Yung pangatlong scenario natin, true naman yung una, nag-false yung pangalawa, false pa rin yan. Magiging true lamang ang AND operator kapag lahat ng statements mo ay true. Ito ang palatandaan na, ang logical AND magto-true lang kapag lahat ng statements mo ay true. Kapag nakakita ka ng isang false, automatic, jetmatic, false ka agad ang sagot. Okay? You have to remember that. Sa logical OR, iba naman ang case. Magpo-false lang ang isang OR operator kapag ka lahat ng condition mo ay false. Kasi sa OR, meron kang choice na pumili. O kaya, halimbawa, birthday mo. Parang ako, birthday ko bukas. So, pipili ako kunwari ng gift. Either bibigyan nila ako ng bagong laptop or gaming chair. So, ang condition ko doon is or. At least isa doon sa dalawang condition na hinihingi ko. Either a laptop or a gaming chair. So, kung pares nilang hindi binigay yun, sad ako, no? False. So, if hindi ako binigyan ng laptop, pero binigyan ako ng gaming chair, pwede na yan. So, it will return true. Pag binigyan ka ng laptop, pwede. At kahit hindi ka nabigyan ng gaming chair, so, true and false, true. At syempre, pag binigyan nila parehas, no, ibig sabihin nun, nananaginip ka. Hindi yun. Pero in reality, true and true in logical operator is still true. Magpo-false lang ang isang logical operator kapag lahat ng inputs natin ay false. Okay? So, logical NOT. Sa logical NOT naman, sabi nga sa inyo, it's just an inverter. Kapag nag-input ka ng true, ang magiging output niya is false. Binabaliktad lang niya. Pag in-input naman false, ang magiging output niya true. Pwede natin itong subukan bago tayo tumuloy. So, for example, we have values such as x is equals to 10, okay? And y is equals to 5. Same lang doon sa mga kanina. Magdadagdag lang tayo ng isa pang variable para mas masaya. And z is equals to x plus y. Okay? So, meron tayong mga certain conditions na pwedeng gawin. For example, is x equals to y, plus 5 and z is greater than x plus y. So, for example, okay, meron tayong ganitong klase ng expression. Kayong maglala basic lang to. So, we have two expression, the first expression and then the second expression. Now, gumamit tayo ng logical and sa pagitan ng dalawang yan. Ngayon, anong magiging sagot natin dito? So, I will give you time to think. You can pause the video and then think for the answer if makukuha ninyo. Okay? So, time's up. So, hopefully nakakuha niyo yung sagot. So, subukan natin isolve. Ang value ng x ay 10. Okay? At tinatanong natin kung ang 10 ay equal ba sa value ng y, which is 5, plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 is equals to 10. So, ang unang expression will evaluate to true. Okay? So, we have end. Next, dun tayo sa kabilang side, yung side na to. Tinatanong naman natin ngayon kung yung z, ano bang value ng z? Ang value daw ng z sa taas is yung value ng x plus yung value ng y. Ang value ng x is 10, ang value ng y is 5. So, 15 ito at 15 ang value ng z. Yung bang 15 ay mas malaki, greater than sign to is 15 greater than x plus y. Ang x plus y natin is 10 and 5. So, 15 din. So, is 15 greater than 15? The answer is false. False kasi they are equal. Unless ang kung ginamit ko sana dito is greater than equal, pero ang maliwanag ng ginamit ko dito is greater than. So, ibig sabihin, since ang ginamit ko dito is greater than lang, mag-false yung statement natin. And base do sa truth table natin, ang end ay magiging true lamang kapag lahat ng conditions natin ay parehas na true. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang output nito ay false. Naintindihan? Unless ang ginamit nating operator dito ay or. Kung or naman ang operator natin dito, then game changer yan. Bakit? Yung unang statement natin, kagaya nito, ay nag-true, yung pangalawa ay nag-false. Ngayon, kahit nag-false yung pangalawa, since may nakita siyang isang true, automatically, the answer will become true. Okay? I-complicate pa natin ng konti. Hindi lang naman limited ang operators sa dalawa. Pwede tayong mag-create ng dalawang set o more than 2 sets of operators. So, for example, I'm going to revise the formula para sa inyo. So, for example, I have here z minus y is not equal to x. So, okay. Yan. Paki-evaluate ulit yung statement. Titingnan natin kung nakuha ninyo or kung gets ba ninyo yung ginagawa natin. Okay. So, sagutin natin yung output. Kanina, alam na natin na ang sagot sa unang expression is true. So, maglalagay tayo ng end. Sorry. Ang sagot natin sa pangalawang expression, alam na natin yan. That is, oops, that's true. Pinalitan ko yan. Ginawa kong greater than or equal. So, ang z, which is 15, is greater than or equal kay x plus y, which is 15. That's true. Another logical operator, and z is 15, right? Minus y. So, ang y ay 5. So, z minus 5, z minus y, which is 15 minus 5 is 10. Yung bang 10 not equal to x. Ano bang value ng x? 10. Yung bang 10 not equal to 10, that is false. So, ginagamit natin is end. Again, sa end, kailangan lahat. Ang condition natin is true, true, false. Ibig sabihin, alam na natin ang verdict dyan. False ang sagot natin dyan. Unless, again, kung papalitan natin to ng or. Kung ginawa nating or yan, ang magiging output natin ay true kasi merong nag-satisfy na condition at naging true. Sir, paano naman kung gusto namin gamitin parehas yung mga operators na yan? So, pag gusto natin gamitin yan parehas, that is a bit of tricky kasi may tinatawag tayong precedence. Okay, that will be discussed later on. Pero, para hindi tayo mahirapan, mas maganda, para hindi mo na kayo mo-confuse over precedence, we can actually group your expression, just like this. So, this is an expression, group by parenthesis, another expression, group by parenthesis, may operator or logical operator sa gitna nila at maglalagay ka ulit ng parenthesis to group them. This is a better approach, okay? Para mas madaling maintindihan. In this case, pwede nyo i-combine yung mga logical operator ng mas maayos at wala kayong iniintinding complications. So, for example, yung unang statement natin, ang sagot dyan ay true at ang pangalawang statement natin gamit ang OR, ang magiging output niyan is true. So, yung unang statement natin that will evaluate to true. Okay? So, meron na lang tayong end ngayon at yung dito, as you can see kanina, nag-false yan. So, ibig sabihin, ang operator natin ay and, true and false, again, the answer is still false. Okay? So, later on, pwede naman nating i-validate lahat ng mga pinagagawa natin, pero very confident naman ako na tama lahat yan. So, pinakita ko lang sa inyo kung paano ba ginagamit yung mga logical operator. Gagamitin natin yung mga logical operator to link together, again, yung mga similar conditions na gusto nating pagsama-samahin. Okay, hopefully na-discuss yun ng malinaw. Okay, so next, the assignment operators. The application of these combined assignment operators is used to compress the form of operation. They are the following assignment operators supported by Java language. So, here's the table. Tulad nga na sinabi ko kanina sa inyo, equals or equal sign is used to assign value. Kaya tinatawag natin siyang assignment operator. So, na-explain ko na yan. Ina-assign niya yung value doon sa right side papunta doon sa nasa left side, which is typically a variable. So, meron tayong mga ibang assignment operator gaya ng plus equal, minus equal, multiply equal, divide equal, and modulus equal. So, paano gumagana to? Papakita ko lang sa inyo. Pero, for now, hindi sila gaanong required gamitin. Typically, kapag kasi nagsusulat tayo ng program, again, si x ulit, walang kamatayang x. Kung gusto kong dagdagan ng value na 5 yung aking variable x, typically ang gagawin ko is x is equals to x plus 5. Okay? So, x is equals to x plus 5. Ang ibig sabihin ng expression na to, yung x na variable natin plus yung dati niyang laman, which is x, dadagdagan natin ng 5. So, 5 plus 10, it will going to result to 15. Magiging bagong value ng aking x will be equal to 15. Instead of writing this in this form, we can do this second version. Okay. Instead of doing this in this form, we have, for example, the initial value of x, which is 10. We can simply write x plus equals to 5. This line and this line are the same. Okay, so ang basa dito is x is equals to 5 plus yung dati kong laman. So, it will also produce the same output, which is 15. Sa ngayon, mas complicated siyang tignan kasi hindi ito yung normal way ng pag-create ng mga expression. But one day, especially kapag nakapag-data structures tayo, no, you will going to appreciate why we try to write this expression in this form because this is machine friendly. This may not be human-friendly in form, but this is machine-friendly. Mas gusto ng Java na ganito ang pagkakasulat ng ating mga expression. Mas madali kasi niya ito napaparse compare dun sa long method na ginagawa natin. But for simplicity's sake, since ang target ko is for beginners, we will be still using this expression. So, again, last example na lang, kung kailangan naman natin na x is equals to x minus 10, kung ganito naman ang gusto nating expression, we can also write this in this form, x minus equals to 10. This one and this one are the same. So, hindi ko natatapusin yung ibang mga operators na nandito kasi pares lang din yung concept. But, we can, again, we can use this to simplify the parsing of the Java program kapag nagsasagot siya ng expression. So, next. We have yung tinatawag nating precedence of Java operators. Operator precedence determines the grouping of terms in an expression. This affects how an expression is evaluated. for example, x is equals to 7 plus 3 times 2. So, madalas, nakikita ko to sa Facebook, no? Yung mga pagpanggap. Di nila alam yung sagot, no? Being a programmer, kailangan pag nakakita ka ng ganun, alam niyo yung sagot. So, kung isipin ng iba, agad ang sasagot nila dito, ay, 20. Paano naging 20 yan? 7 plus 3, 10. 10 times 2, 20. Loko-loko. Hindi ganun ang way para ma-solve natin yung ganitong klase ng expression. Here, x is assigned value 13 and not 20 because the operator asterisk, which is multiplication, has a higher precedence than the addition. So, it is first multiplied with 3 before you can add 7 into it. So, that's the common mistake of my students, no? They do not follow yung tinatawag nating precedence. Hindi ibig sabihin na naunang naisulat ang 7 plus 3 is una na siyang ma-execute. Kailangan mo munang isolve yung multiplication bago yung addition. So, asterisk, division, and modulus, multiplication, division, and modulus are operators with higher precedence. Addition and subtraction are operators with lower precedence. Expressions are not necessarily being solved by left to right. Again, you have to remember that. Meron tayong sinusunod na precedence kung saan meron tayong tinatawag na hierarchy kung sino yung mga mauna, pangalawa, and so on. Bali, mas mataas yung hierarchy, mas mauna siyang isolve. Pwede nating balikan yung basic mnemonics nung elementary days natin na tinatawag nating PEMDAS or parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction para malaman natin yung hierarchy kung paano dapat isolve yung isang expression. So, if familiar pa kayo dito sa mnemonics na to, this one, this is a very important mnemonics para matandaan natin kung paano dapat ang magiging pagkakasunod-sunod nila. Although, you have to remember this, meron talaga tayong precedence of operator na standard na sinusundan ng Java. Sa ngayon, hindi ko lang to dinidiscuss to avoid confusion, especially para sa mga beginners pa lang sa Java. Pero tingin ko naman yung PEMDAS principle is enough na para malaman natin kung sino-sino yung mga expressions na uunahin i-solve bago yung pangalawa, pangatlo, yung pangapat. Bakit importante yung part na to? Madalas kasi dito tayo nagkakaroon ng mali sa mga expressions natin. Bigyan ko kayo ng concrete example. For example, magko-compute tayo ng grades. Okay? Grades. At yung grades na yan ay magiging equal do sa average ng mga ibang grade natin. So, for example, we have prelim grade at ang prelim grade natin is 90. Then, meron tayong midterm grades na ang value is 91 at meron tayong final grade ng values natin, o value natin is 92. Now, kapag gagawa tayo ng formula para ma-compute natin yung grade, we will just going to add the prelim grade by the midterm grade and then the final grade plus, divide by the number, kung ilan sila, which is, in this case, 3. So, typically, this is how they write expression, especially my students, no, lalo yung mga naguguluhan pa. Kapag ganito naging expression natin, hindi magiging tamang sagot natin. Ang magiging sagot natin dyan, typically, ay as estimate, magiging lagpas yan ng 200. Wait lang, solve natin. So, 92 divide by 3 plus 90 plus 91. Ang magiging sagot dyan is 211. Ganyan magiging grade ko dito is 211.66. Pwede nyo subukan yan sa calculator. Bakit nangyari yon? Kasi, dun nga sa tinatawag nating operator of precedence. Sa expression na to, inuna munang dinivide ng expression na to yung 92 by 3. So, ano man yung naging resulta nun, is doon pa lang niya inad doon sa values ng prelims and midterms. Now, how do we fix this problem? We can put parentheses in here. So, pag naglagay tayo ng parentheses dito at nag-group tayo, remember PEMDAS, parentheses as the highest priority. So, ang gagawin muna niya is i-add muna niya yung 90 dun sa 91 at 92. After niya makuha yung sum, dun pa lang siya magpe-perform ng division. And in that case, dun pa lang tayo makakakuha ng tamang sagot which is 91. Kaya, ganun na lang yung pagkaka-discuss natin sa operator of precedence kasi It's very important, no? Yun yung nami-mislead ng iba. Akala nila, hindi importante yung pagdi-discuss ng operator precedence. But this is very important kasi isang maling pwesto lang ng operator, automatically, mali na yung magiging expressions natin. So, I hope you learned something sa napakahaba nating lesson na ito. And that's the end of lesson 4. Credits to tutorialspoint.com as the main source of the content in this tutorial. If you loved this video, kindly drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.